These are my audience members.
Hi.
On August 5th of 1962, the blonde and beautiful icon that we all know as Marilyn Monroe was found dead in her apartment in California. However, although Marilyn left the world almost 50 years ago, she still manages to leave quite the legacy behind. Although Marilyn wasn't the perfect actress and model she now gets recognition for, she impacted thousands of women to this day, whether it was her amazing figure or how she grew up. Marilyn Monroe, unlike many deceased actresses that were once very popular, she still is a huge icon all over the world. But most of all, Marilyn Monroe has had a huge impact on young women. First, she was strong-willed. Second, she had an impact on body image. And third, she left behind a great legacy. To begin this testimonial, I would like to start with how Marilyn persevered through her younger years to gain the title she is known for today. As Agnes Scotty wrote in the Daily Beast, published in 2012, Marilyn Monroe, although perfect from the outside, had a rough childhood growing up. She was given up as a child and was moved from foster home to foster home throughout her teen years. However, this never stopped her from pursuing her dreams of becoming an actress. According to the Daily Beast, according to the article published in 2014 on biography.com, growing up, Marilyn was never told she was pretty, nor was she given any special attention by her foster parents. She was also eventually raised in a very Christian foster home in which she was not allowed to watch movies because they were seen as a bad influence. However, although Marilyn had a very rough childhood, moving foster home to foster home, she still managed to become the girl she had always dreamed of becoming, a model and actress. Looking back at Marilyn's past, she still was a very strong-willed woman. Although Marilyn grew up in several homes and was never told how amazing and beautiful she truly was, she never let that stop her from becoming the true beauty and confident woman she is now. From having to find her own confidence as a child, she also had a huge impact on how many girls and women perceive their body image today. As Agnes Scotty wrote in the Daily Beast, Marilyn supported her size 12 physique. When Marilyn was growing and slowly making her way into the limelight, she was considered one of the most beautiful women ever, and to this day is still considered one of the most beautiful women ever. But as I stated above, she was not exactly what we would consider skinny these days. She supported her size 12 body, which is now considered rather large. For young women these days, looking back at Marilyn and how she accepted her size and how she was happy in her own skin, changes the minds of many. Young women look at Marilyn today and can learn to accept their size rather than pleasing those around them, or thinking that they have to be a certain size to be noticed. As Meredith Lepore states in her article published in Levo League magazine in 2013, Marilyn Monroe is to this day an icon of sex appeal. She was a very attractive and happy woman. Looking back at her body size again, she still looked as the most physically attractive woman. Although many today think size 12 is a size that no one should be, she taught many to not let others make you think differently about how you look or are accepted. Still, being one of the most attractive women to this day and seeing the size she was helped so many young women to see their own beauty in whatever size or shape they are. Marilyn has greatly impacted body image. Looking back at Marilyn and her size, she was still considered very sexy and to this day is a still very physically attractive woman. In result, this is helping so many young women accept who they are as a person. Furthermore, the next point to look at is the legacy the wonderful woman left behind. As Meredith Lepore states in her article, Marilyn Monroe is the most photographed person of the 20th century. She still makes magazine covers and headlines everywhere, even though she is no longer with us. She starred in about 30 films and was seen on screen as one of the most amazing actresses of all time. She also was one of the first actresses to support short bleach blonde hair, and wear bright red lipstick. Marilyn was the definition of rebellious, and that is what helped her gain the title she now claims. As Agnes Scotti stated in her article in the Daily Beast, Marilyn forever changed the way we look at acting. Women and sex appeal. She not only starred in many movies, but had many enchanting performances, including her Happy Birthday tribute to John F. Kennedy, and several other performances in the movies she starred in. She was the model of physical perfection and was happy of the woman she was. Although it has been about 52 years since she passed, the legacy she left behind will be one never forgotten. As I have shown you in looking at the legacy Marilyn Monroe left behind, it is a great one. She not only starred in several movies, but was a role model to many and a great performer. 52 years ago, the world lost the most talented and influential woman to live. Marilyn Monroe, although no longer with us, impacted the way we look at acting and modeling today. She gave hope and confidence to many young women, not only during her time, but to this day. She starred in many movies, gave many emotional tributes and performances, and still is the definition of beauty and perfection. Although Marilyn left this world at such a young age, she will always have an impact on the world. Marilyn Monroe had a huge impact on young women today. To review, first, she was strong-willed. Second, she had an impact on body image. And third, she left behind a great legacy.